Let's move on now from Assam to Uttar Pradesh. Madrasas are on the radar of state authorities. In Assam's Bongaigaon district, a madrasa was demolished by the authorities over the alleged misuse of the premise for carrying out jihadi activities. Now, this came after the arrest of Jiharul Islam, an assistant teacher of the madrasa, over his links with Al-Qaeda and Ansarullah Bangla team. This was the third madrasa that the state government has demolished in the wake of arrest of 37 people since March over their alleged terror links. While the Chief Minister insists that the intent is only to avoid radicalization in garb of education, his critics insist it is all about politics, with AIUDF now deciding to approach the Supreme Court against it.
Government of Assam doesn't have any intention to go on demolishing madrasa. Our only intention is to see that madrasas are not used by any jihadi element. So, once madrasa are not used for jihadi works or for the purpose of expanding jihadi ideology, then why there will be demolition? But if we got specific inputs on any madrasa, in the guise of madrasa, the institution is being used for expanding jihadi activity, anti-India activity, then we are going to take strongest possible action.
ये 100% इसके अंदर राजनीति इन्वॉल्व है, 100% इसलिए इन्वॉल्व है। कल मैंने देखा, आज तक में पूरा एक रिपोर्ट 1 घंटे का है कि 2024 के लिए बीजेपी सरकार कम से कम 10% मुसलमानों का वोट हमको चाहिए। अगर वो 10% मुसलमानों का वोट नहीं मिलता है तो बीजेपी सरकार वापस नहीं आती है। तो बीजेपी सरकार हर वो कौशल करेगी जिससे मुसलमान डर के और बीजेपी के गोद में चला जाए, उनको वोट दे दे। इसके अंदर ये भी एक पॉलिटिक्स की हमको बू आ रही है।
Even as the crackdown on madrasas that have allegedly become terror hubs in Assam continues, the Uttar Pradesh government has decided to conduct a survey of unregistered madrasas in the state. Minorities Minister Danish Ansari says this is as per the recommendations of the NCPCR, but AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi sees an Islamophobic plot behind it, drawing parallels with the NRC exercise.
उन आम मुसलमानों की शिकायत पे ही सरकार ऐसे मदरसों का सर्वे करती है, ऐसे मदरसों की जांच करती है। और हमारा मंशा स्पष्ट है कि हमने जो अपने मुस्लिम यूथ से ये वादा किया है कि उनको एक अच्छी शिक्षा व्यवस्था हम देंगे, उनको बेहतर भविष्य देंगे, उस वादे पे हम पूरी ईमानदारी से खरा उतरना चाहते हैं। और हमारे हर कदम हमारे उस वादे की तरफ बढ़ता हुआ हमारा कदम है और हम पूरी ईमानदारी से अपने अल्पसंख्यक समाज के लिए, अपने मुस्लिम नौजवानों के लिए, अपने प्रदेश के युवाओं की तरक्की के लिए काम कर रहे हैं।
We are joined by AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi. So, sir, now UP government is going to review the unrecognized madrasas and also the source of income. How many are functioning? What are the facilities? What would you like to state?
No, this survey is only being done to, it's a targeted survey to blame the Muslims, to target the Muslims and to bring a bad name to these madrasas. That is the whole purpose. Why not such a survey is being done to all Vidya Mandir, Saraswati Shishu Mandir, private schools in Lucknow? Why not a survey for Uttar Pradesh government schools, especially girls schools? How many girls schools have toilets? Electricity facility, how much is there? This is a survey done to, it is a targeted survey against the Muslim community, and that too for those madrasas which are not getting any aid from the government. It clearly shows that this is nothing but targeting of the Muslim community. You want to use those survey findings to harass them in the future, which will be a violation of Article 30. That is why I had called this survey a chota NRC, a small NRC.
And also, sir, you're linking a survey to a NRC, and you're calling this as, terming this as small NRC. How are you?
Yes,
Can you explain, sir?
Because you are collecting all information so that later on you want to harass. That is the whole purpose of doing NRC, to harass Muslims, to make them stateless.
कम से कम विद्या के मंदिरों को तो बख्श दीजिए योगी जी, विद्या के मंदिरों को तो बख्श दीजिए ओवैसी साहब। किस तरीके की भाषा का आप लोग इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, ये अनुचित है। शिक्षा के मंदिरों को आतंकी बताना या शिक्षा के मंदिरों पर शक करना अनुचित है। इसके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
योगी सरकार दोबारा एक बार शिक्षा नीति से अपना ध्यान हटाने का काम कर रही है। मोदी जी बीजेपी चाहते हैं कि हमारा देश विश्वगुरु बने, चाहे वो मदरसा हो या संस्कृत पाठशाला। जब दोनों जगह नहीं है गुरु, तो भारत कैसे बनेगा योगी जी विश्वगुरु?
All right, let's open this up and let's go across to our guests. We have Karan Verma, an author on the broadcast. We also have Sameer Singh, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Good evening to both of you. Sameer Singh, the minorities minister is saying we are, working for the upliftment of the minority, and this is as per the NCPCR guidelines that a survey is being conducted. Why does Asaduddin Owaisi and others see an Islamophobic plot behind this?
First of all, I would like to dissociate myself from exactly what Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi has said, because Samajwadi Party does not, does not endorse or believe what Mr. Owaisi says to be of any value or of any substance. But as far as the UP government is concerned, and the reason that is being given behind these inspections or surveys, so I really doubt that these are actually surveys for modernization, because what the BJP government has said till now and the way they've acted till now is very different. It's poles apart actually. So really believing what the government is saying is actually, we can't believe actually what he's saying. On the contrary, I believe that I have a question rather, that is this survey actually a survey or a crackdown? Because there is, it's not a hidden fact that since the BJP has come into power, they have been, onto the madrasas for some reason or the other. And please mark my word, if I'm saying right now, if I'm talking against it, that does not mean that Samajwadi Party is against modernization of madrasas in any way. We support modernization of madrasas in every way. We believe that
what is the specific objection to? You're saying you don't toe Owaisi's line, but what is the specific objection in this case? As far as Assam is concerned, there the demolition is taking place due to terror links. There's a crackdown against the terror link. In Uttar Pradesh, are you saying enough has not been done for modernization? Are you saying that the government has failed to fulfill the promises? What is the specific objection?
So I think that's the basis of my point, of my viewpoint here. Like when you say that we are working towards the modernization of madrasas, and it's not like it's been announced yesterday. It's been a while since modernization of madrasas is being worked upon, at least being advocated by the BJP. But nothing has been done in this respect. If we see the past 5 years, in fact, if I'm correct, if some facts are to go by, there are teachers in the madrasas who have not received salaries for years in the past 5 years. So when you say that you want to modernize, you want to equip these madrasas, and on the other hand, you're not even paying the teachers, then what
But Sameer Singh, before I take a counter from Karan, what is the objection as far as this survey of registered madrasas is concerned? Isn't it important to regularize them?
Can I answer?
No, this is for Sameer Singh. Do you see a communal plot behind this?
Swati,
the survey and the regularization, Sameer?
What I believe is the intention of the government. See, because what the government says and what the government does exactly are very two different things. If we go by what the BJP standards are, what we witnessed in the past 5 years in Uttar Pradesh or in the past 8 years of the central government. So that is our main problem, our main reservation is the intention of the BJP.
These are very generic. These are very generic answers that you're giving.
Ma'am, they're not. Let me just draw a comparison, just a very quick 30 seconds.
Okay, then let Karan come in. Let Karan come in. I'll come to you for a counter, and then you can highlight the points that you want to. Karan, Sameer Singh is saying it is not to Owaisi's line, but Owaisi sees an Islamophobic plot behind this, and Sameer Singh, as a representative of the Samajwadi Party, feels that the modernization is just an eyewash.
Well, I'll just give you some stats so that it can be shown that it's not an eyewash. In the last 5 years, more than 20 lakh Muslim students have been given scholarships by the Yogi government in Uttar Pradesh, which is a staggering number and which shows the intention. My good friend was talking about intention. This shows intention in the right direction. And Mr. Danish said that it is a step in the direction of regularizing madrasas. Look, whenever there is an illegal slaughterhouse or an illegal madrasa or anything illegal, if there is a crackdown or a bid to regularize that, it should not be seen from the prism of religion. This is an attempt to actually spread the fruits of development uniformly. I'll bring your attention to one more stat. Amidst the welfare schemes, some of the primary schemes being the housing for all, the Awas Vikas Yojana, Muslims have been one of the biggest beneficiary of these schemes, 33%, much more than what their percentage in UP has been. So it'll be unfair to say that the government has the wrong intention. In fact, Swati, there are two states here, Uttar Pradesh and Assam, who have been proactive in matters of law and order. Today, what Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma has done is perfectly legal under UAPA Section 43. There is an accused, there is a suspicion of a link, and in UAPA, you are guilty till proven innocent when it comes to matters of national security. So it's only right that such a madrasa, which is under the suspicion scanner, is demolished, and all 43 students, I must tell you, are already admitted in different schools.
Okay.
So this is how one should govern, keeping law and order at the center of it, at the same time extending the fruits of development to all, as has happened in UP in the last 5 years.
All right, respond now. Samir Singh coming.
Swati, first of all, I would like to, let's not compare slaughterhouses with madrasas. They're two very different things. You can question slaughterhouses all you want. But if you question madrasas, they are different. The purpose is different. They are educational institutions. And
illegal is illegal. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying that if there is something illegal, we must bring them into mainstream. Let's follow the guidelines. That's all I'm saying.
If a madrasa is found flouting any norm, or if a madrasa is found not regularized, then I think because we have machinery, you can regularize them. There is no issue with that. You can ask them to follow the norms. You can ask them.
That's what we are trying to do. There are more than 20% madrasas which do not have the license. This is the statistic of 2019.
I just want to know that these 20 lakh Muslim students do they all belong to these madrasas, or they were? So what you just said seems like 20 lakh students were given scholarships based on their ethnicity and not based on their merit. Because if they secured those scholarships on merit, then the government has no role to play in it, because they have been. If the government is trying.
No, but Sabir Singh, my question is why bringing?
Now they all cry, Swati.
No, why bring?
Swati, they cry minority discrimination. When there is a step for minority welfare, then they say honor merit. You can't have both the things. You can't have the cake and eat it too.
20 lakh Muslims were given scholarships. That's the only reason why I pointed you out.
This is a fact.
And I wanted to know.
Just so you know that there is no discrimination in the Yogi government.
Okay, let's shift
I am highlighting this only so that you know that there is no discrimination.
On madrasas. Samir Singh, my question is why bring in the religion card every single time? Shouldn't action be taken against individuals who have terror links?
Yes.
Definitely. And I was about to come to that if any institution, and right now I'm not mentioning madrasas, any institution, if somebody, any part of that institution, if a student or a teacher or a staff is found involved in illegal activities, be it terrorism, be it rape or murder or any such activity, will you bulldoze that institution per se? Or will you take action and take measures to curb such incidents from happening again? My entire point is this, that when a madrasa, if people are found with terror links in a madrasa, and the entire madrasa is bulldozed, and also, because right now you said that the madrasa was bulldozed, I was reading that the district administration had given a different...
Okay, why bulldoze the structures? Why bulldoze the structures is what you're saying. In Uttar Pradesh, Samir Singh, the survey is being conducted to gather information about the teachers. Isn't that important? Shouldn't one know who these individuals are, what kind of links do they have, and what kind of knowledge are they imparting to the kids? It's their future which is at stake.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
I mean, do we want them indoctrinated already? Do we want these madrasas to become breeding grounds of terror? We can't have that. We can't gamble with law and order just so we can placate some. We have to shun appeasement of all sorts and let law and order prevail for what it is in such scenarios. In such scenarios, there should be no politics. It should be bipartisan. We have to take tough measures so that we can maintain law and order. National security is paramount.
Respond, Samir Singh. I have just a minute left. Please respond.
Yeah, national security is paramount, and Samajwadi Party is strongly in favor of it. And we've said, in my opening statement, mentioned that Samajwadi Party is not against modernization of madrasas, but the intention of the BJP is at question, because in the past 5 years, I have told you, we have seen many instances from day one.
Samajwadi Party wanted to release terror accused who were later convicted. So let's not go on Samajwadi Party's track record.
In Uttar Pradesh,
their commitment to national security,
they want to link madrasas
in blasts in Lucknow, Banaras, the court blasts, they wanted to release terrorists who were later convicted.
Educational institutions as any other educational institution, and day after day, incident after incident, you know,
all words.
When you associate them with terrorism activities or as breeding grounds for jihadis, then you bring a bad name to the madrasa, to the education.
But Samir Singh, there are such links which are being unearthed. There are links that are being unearthed. Individuals affiliated to the terror organizations have been found working for madrasas in Assam.
Samajwadi Party only wants to appease Swati. That is why they wanted to give a clean chit to those who were later convicted of terrorism.
That is a failure of the government, that people with links to Al-Qaeda are breeding in this space.
That is not the failure of the government. The government has acted proactively. The moment this information was unearthed, the government acted proactively.
It's just, I stand by what I said, that it's an eyewash.
Well, if there is a madrasa that is breeding, it needs to be demolished for sure.
They want to cover up their failures and want to pin these terrorist
Cover up the failures in which manner?
All words, Swati, all words.
If you are conducting a survey,
There is no, he is not backing anything with facts.
Registered madrasas, if you are gathering information about the teachers who are, one second, if you are gathering information about the teachers who are working at the madrasas,
would you agree with me?
How is this a diversionary tactic, or how is this cover up of a failure, is what I'm asking you.
Because if
the NCPCR recommendations suggest the steps that the Uttar Pradesh government is now going to take.
I just told you, if there is a board,
they have vote bank considerations, Swati, in short,
and technical improvement of madrasas, and on the other hand, we're not paying salaries to the students, to the teachers of the madrasas, then what modernization are we talking about?
Okay, so you're saying these are just empty words, no modernization taking place. Karan Verma, on the other hand, defending the measures taken by the government for the minority upliftment and for the modernization of the madrasas. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on the broadcast. Thank you.